I'm live. I'm live. All right. This is just a quick energy check-in. I'm just gonna see who joins. Don't mind my nails, they're broken. Of course, this set actually lasted a long time. But yeah, I just wanted to do a quick energy check-in. I'll put some cards. But I just wanted to see how the collective is doing. See if anybody jumps on. This is just a little conversation. See how you guys are doing. Been getting a lot of DMs, a lot of emails. Energy's been kind of blah. Hey, Jocelyn, hello. And I feel like, I almost sensed, I don't know, maybe the change or this energy shift. Obviously, we know what's going on with the planets and everything like that. But it was really serious. It was really important for me to stop doing personal readings because I just knew I wasn't going to be able to be on a real schedule um coming up. And then, I've been feeling, and I just want to ask you guys, have you been, because a lot of people have been telling me this, been feeling more tired than usual? Than I don't know if anybody's hello. Oh, damn. Yes, me too. Me too. I was kind of stuck today, after getting that news about takeoff today. It really had me in my feelings, all in my feels. I feel death pretty deeply, even though I know death is not final. It's just something about, you know, a life. When they transition, I feel it. And how significant it's the Day of the Dead. So it's a lot. Tired, headaches, you say, Benita? Last week, yeah. Mhm. Um, hey Scott, hello. I've been feeling really tired. Really, what's the word? Sensitive to energy. Um, hello, Apollonia. Sensitive to energy, more sensitive to energy, which is why really um readings are draining, which is why I like to do readings when I feel like I want to do a reading. And I kind of felt that what did you say? Readings are draining. As reader, you give it your all, and some people can be dishonest. You reshuffle the cards, and the same sort comes out. The cards don't lie. They don't lie. They don't lie. They don't lie. But I felt kind of like a sense of like needing to kind of just go with the flow, and that's what I wanted to get on here and tell everybody as well, because I've had some people email me over the last few weeks, and it's always so interesting to see that a collective, and it doesn't, we all have different signs in our chart. So we're Aries, but we're all different things. But it's interesting to see how a collective can kind of be going through the same thing. I'm getting a lot of depression emails. And so that's why I wanted to check up on you guys, because sometimes that depression can be brought on by anxiety. And I think I had this talk with Jocelyn. I don't know, Lexus, the way, I'll be talking to y'all. I'm not sure which one I'm talking to anymore. But I noticed within myself, especially the week leading up to the anniversary of my brother's death, is that I was finding myself, yeah, we did talk about it, just sitting and just being stuck and just staring into space for long periods of time. And I wanted to kind of beat myself up a little bit about it. So, like, you got stuff to do, you got readings, you got people waiting me. And then, of course, I don't know if it had to do with the retrograde. I had meaner people waiting on me that particular week. And I realized that I was kind of throwing myself into work and not really dealing and processing emotions the way I needed to be. But also, after doing some research, sometimes procrastination is a sign of anxiety. And I didn't even know that. Just sitting sometimes and not doing anything, we think that we're being lazy or we think that we're procrastinating, but it's actually our body alerting us that there's too much stress or there's anxiety. And I think we always think of anxiety as racing thoughts and, heart palpitations and all that kind of stuff. But it really can just be having a blank mind, not having anything going through it. Um, and so, and that's why I just wanted to say, If you need to talk to somebody, but also be kind to yourself and be really, really right now going with the flow. If you feel like doing something, do it. When you have that high energy, go for it. Like there's some days where I just feel like a burst of energy. And I cleanse, properly cleanse, always cleansing. But then I do my readings because I feel that there's messages that need to come out. And then there's some days where I feel like, okay, I'm just going to sit here today. I'm going to journal. I'm going to read. And I take full advantage of those days and I do just that. And I think a lot of people right now are giving themselves plans of action and goals, and all of that is great. But you also have to be in the feeling state to accomplish those things, right? Because then what are they? I'm sorry, hold on, guys. Let me pull up my thing so I can read it. You guys know my eyes are bad. Let me see. Because I want to read your comments. But yeah, today was is a lot, especially in the hip hop community. That was just hit pretty hard. And I see a lot of people, I see a lot of comments. It's like it's very tragic when because music. Hold on, let me see. Let me read some of your comments first before I get into that. Let's see. That's Carla Jean. That's a good way to practice reading cards. I always say pull yourself 3 cards a day, put them somewhere up on your altar or somewhere, and kind of see what happens throughout your day and come back. And I guarantee you, those cards will explain to you your energy for the day. And that's a great way to learn. Great, like you said, matching up with other readers. Sometimes that's a good way to learn too. Yeah. Ringing in the ear, yeah, that has been more frequent last week and up until yesterday. Depersonalization, urban satisfaction, so I've been experiencing depersonalization, literally keeping me up at night. Yeah, the insomnia has been real. Um, look, it's been really, really weird, and it is okay not to be okay. Thank you, LA Hottie. That's a perfect saying. It is okay not to be okay. I feel that so many people, because we're in this society now of social media, so we see what everyone is doing, we see what everyone is accomplishing or what we think everybody is accomplishing, right? And then there's this need to compare. And I feel that that is the greatest root of where depression is coming from, is comparing yourself to what you think you're supposed to be doing or comparing yourself to someone else's status or success, you know and trying to emulate somebody else's journey, right? And I feel like that is kind of what really gets a lot of people down, feeling like they should be somewhere where they shouldn't. It's not their path, it's not their journey. And so I just wanted to come on here and just check on with people and you just tell me, how you're feeling, in the comment section. We do a pretty good job of giving each other advice. That's why I love, the community that we have on here. Um, Lack of appetite. I've been waiting to eat one or two meals. I'm trying to get better at that too, because diet has a tremendous effect on how you feel and how your energy is flowing. At least if you're spreading your meals out throughout the day, sleeping is a huge thing. That's why I'm going to bed as soon as I get off of here. Um, but yeah, and then it seems like every time we go through these periods, right? And then we get normal and we get like some of what we consider to be normal, and then something happens. And that's just the world we're living in. So that's another thing that I think we're all trying to figure out how to balance as a collective. We get in a flow of some sort of energy, and if the momentum is going good, and then something happens in the world, right? And this is why I don't really tune into the news. Like, I do not tune into the news, but something usually happens like today, like happens in the culture. That's pretty significant. I think Nori, you sent me a message and I was seeing that earlier. I didn't get a chance to respond. But yeah, I felt the energy was weird about that today. A lot of you, most of you know, I don't know if you, who's following, but Takeoff was killed today. And I don't want to get too much into that because I don't know how people are sensitive to that. But I really felt that deeply, and I was talking to Jocelyn about it, and she was asking if everything was okay, and it's just like, music connects us, right? And these artists create music, and what they're doing, they're creating energy, right? And it's transferable, and they create these we get these feelings when we listen to music, and that's how we feel connected to these people. And then we watch them grow up and develop. And so it is pretty tragic when you see someone like that who gets killed in such a heinous way. And it seemed like it was an accident. What does it say? Um, and that kind of, it almost seems to be, and I'm waiting. I don't know if you guys follow, what's her name? Sloan? Is it Sloan? Correct me if I'm wrong. Is it Sloan Bella? Bella Sloan? Do you guys know who I'm talking about? Let me know in the comment section. Let me see. Let me look up her name. Do you guys know who I'm talking about? She does, yeah, it's Sloan. Sloan Bell. You guys, I don't know if you guys follow her, but she's I don't know what you want to call her. She's psychic, medium, astrologer. Yeah, and she always talks about hope. I don't know if she's done any readings lately, but she taps into people who have passed on and things like that. And I remember she was speaking when another rapper had passed, something about energy harvesting. And it's almost like you can just feel, would you say, Nori? Yeah, very, very sensitive to energy. And I feel like that may be what a lot of people are feeling as well. And that's why it's so important to be cleansing. People think that you obviously need to cleanse when you're doing spiritual work, definitely, right? You're literally going into other people's energy. So you always want to cleanse that. But even if you're going to job, even if you're going to work, I remember when I got to the end of working at my 9 to 5, and that's when I started my spiritual practices. I would feel so much better when I would come home and sage and immediately take off my clothes from the day, right? And put on something else and shower, like immediately as soon as I got home, to get that energy off of me. I don't think we think about that too much, being out and about in the world and at work and everything like that. But that is also a good spiritual hygiene to do when you come back into your home, to kind of cleanse immediately so you can get that energy off of you from the day. Yeah, you know what I used to do? I used to get a little water, a little spray bottle, and a little put Florida water in there, or Rue water, and keep it in my car. So I know my cousin does that when she does for Lyft, but spraying in your car really raises the vibration, gets out any low vibrational energies as well. Yeah, I open my door and I go outside and sage as well. But yeah, it's been weird. It's been weird. And I just want to check up on you guys, and to also to remind you guys to also check up on yourselves as well. Like, whew, I mean, you can always email me. I have a lot more time now. But it's just I've seen some things in the last week or so, and it's really made me open my eyes to, like, I don't think some people don't feel like it's so, like somebody said, it feel like it's okay to not be okay, and so they just keep going. And I'm gonna share something really personal with you guys, but I know some of you follow me on Instagram and Facebook and things like that. And so the week when we had my sister's birthday party, I kind of, we were all partying, have a great time at her party. It was a lot of fun. If some of you saw my story, and then all of a sudden she had a moment, right? We're still grieving and things like that, but she's always so happy, so bubbly. It's been a year since my brother died. It's still pretty fresh, but she's one of the stronger ones as well. But she had a moment in the middle of her party, if you know what I mean. She broke down, and it just goes to show you, people can be carrying around so much, but still have a smile on their face, right? Because they feel like they're hurting someone else, or they're letting someone else down, because they're not being strong. Um, and I just wanted to come on here and remind you guys that it's okay, some days to not be okay. It says, I got a reading from you over a year ago. How are you? Who is that? I've been clearing out a lot too. Love is green. I am great. I'm doing good. Yes, RIP Takeoff. That was so sad. Your self-check light, I like that. Yeah, you need to know. But yeah, I just wanted to come in here and check on you guys. And if you need to email me or talk to someone, you can. And then when I stop the video, if you want to talk about it in the comment section, because you never know who else is going through the same thing you're going through, right? You may connect with someone. Um, yeah, well, I'm pretty transparent. Carla Jean. Yeah. So if no one else has anything to say, I'm gonna get off of here. Wow. Praying for a speedy recovery for you. Yes, it really is. It really is, Carla. Okay, well, I will be on tomorrow, you guys, with the daily. And if you need me or if you need to talk, you can always email me. My email is ariessoulguidance222@gmail.com. Thank you. Sending you guys love and blessings as well. Good night.